Hi, and welcome to the Digital Digging YouTube channel. In this video we're doing something slightly different and starting a series in collaboration with War Thunder's senior historical consultant and also a pilot in the Royal Navy Fleet Air Arm, Mark Barber. In addition to writing a number of books on the subject of aviation in World War I and World War II for Osprey, he's also been producing essays about World War II fighter races for the War Thunder website since 2013, and we thought it would be a nice idea to set some of them to video. The first of these is about the British air race Wing Commander Robert Stanford Tuck. Born on July 1st, 1916 in London, Roland Robert Stanford Tuck left school at the age of 16 to join the Merchant Navy. During his 2 years at sea, Tuck acquired a Lee Enfield .303 rifle which he used for target practice on sharks and which laid the foundation for the gunnery skills he would later be famous for. Whilst on leave in September 1935, Tuck was attracted by an advert to join the RAF and duly applied, being called up for basic training at RAF Uxbridge in September. Following his 2 weeks of drill and lectures, he then reported to No. 3 Flying School at Grantham to fly the Avro Tutor. Tuck's early days as an aviator were less than successful. He was well behind schedule when he finally flew his first solo in October. However, after successfully completing his training, he was awarded his pilot's wings in August 1936 and was posted to No. 65 Squadron flying Gloucester Gladiators at RAF Hornchurch. On January the 18th, 1938, Tuck was involved in a fatal air accident where his formation of 3 Gladiators encountered severe turbulence, resulting in his aircraft colliding with that of Flight Sergeant Gaskell. Gaskell was killed on impact, but Tuck was able to parachute to safety, although a bracing wire ripped across his face, leaving him with a permanent scar. Absolved of any blame, Tuck was flying again only 9 days later. In May 1940, Tuck was transferred to No. 92 Squadron at RAF Croydon, under the command of Squadron Leader Roger Bushell, who would later become famous as one of the masterminds behind the Great Escape. On May 23rd, while flying a patrol over Dunkirk, the squadron would jump by a staffel of Bf-109s. In the ensuing dogfight, Tuck shot down his first enemy aircraft. That afternoon, No. 92 Squadron again took to the skies, this time with Tuck shooting down 2 Bf-110s. However, Squadron Leader Bushell was also shot down and captured on May the 23rd, and Tuck was given temporary command of the squadron. The remainder of the month saw Tuck leading No. 92 into action again and again, increasing his personal tally of victories, and leading to his award of a Distinguished Flying Cross. In June 1940, Tuck was sent to Farnborough to take part in trials of a captured Bf-109E and the new Spitfire Mark IIA. He described the Bf-109 as a beautiful aircraft, but believed the Spitfire to have the edge in manoeuvrability. July and early August saw a return to the front line and more patrols from Pembrey in South Wales before being ordered to No. 11 Group in South East England during the height of the Battle of Britain. He shot down 3 German bombers in 2 days before he himself was shot down on August the 18th, although he again managed to parachute to safety. On September the 11th, Tuck was promoted to acting squadron leader and given command of 257 Squadron at Martlesham. The move wasn't completely welcome, as Tuck did not take to the Hurricane well after over 1,000 hours logged on Spitfires. While he later acknowledged its robustness and stability, he thought it cumbersome as a fighter. Emulating the superior tactics used by the Luftwaffe, Tuck taught his squadron to fly in loose pairs rather than the RAF's doctrinal tight VIX of 3. By the end of the month, Tuck was leading a wing of 3 squadrons of Hurricanes. After his successful leadership during the climax of the battle, a bar was added to Tuck's DFC in October 1940. In January 1941, he was awarded the Distinguished Service Order. He dismissed his success as luck. No. 257 Squadron converted to the new 20mm cannon-armed Hurricane Mark II-C, a change which Tuck welcomed. He led his squadron in day and night sorties against the enemy raiders throughout the spring, resulting in a second bar to his DFC. On June the 21st, while flying alone off the coast of England, he was jumped by 3 Bf-109s. He shot down 2 and damaged a third, forcing it to break off and retreat before he nursed his crippled Hurricane towards home, but was later forced to jump when the engine caught fire. In July, he was promoted to Wing Commander and took command of the Duxford Wing, made up of Typhoons, P-39s and Spitfires. While he did like the Typhoon, the Spitfire Mark V was his aircraft of choice. After several months of leading the wing over occupied France, Tuck was sent to the United States to share his experience with Britain's ally. He returned to take command of Biggin Hill Wing at the end of the year. On January the 28th, 1942, Tuck led Flying Officer Bob Harley in a 2 Spitfire strike against an alcohol distillery at Hesdin in northern France. After successfully attacking the target, the two continued to look for other targets of opportunity and attacked a German truck and then a steam engine. He was hit by ground fire and positioned himself to carry out a forced landing. He was again shot at, so destroyed an enemy AA truck before crash landing in a field where he was captured. Oberst Adolf Galland heard of Tuck's capture and invited the RAF pilot to dine with him and his pilots before he was then taken to Stalag Luft 3 prisoner of war camp. There he met his former CO Roger Bushell. Tuck was involved in several escape attempts during his time at Stalag Luft 3 but was transferred to a different camp before the Great Escape took place. In January 1945, during a prisoner move, Tuck and Polish airman Zbigniew Kostrzeński were able to escape and make contact with advancing Soviet forces. They were returned to the UK in March 1945. Tuck remained in the RAF until 1949, becoming a farmer in Kent before he passed away at the age of 70 in May 1987. In the years following the end of the Second World War, he became close friends with several German pilots, including Günter Rall and Adolf Galland. This relationship helped foster a much closer bond between the two aviation communities of Britain and Germany post-war. He was credited with 29 confirmed kills and 8 probables, although post-war investigations uncovered a possible 30th kill. His colleagues, both pilots and ground crew, remember him fondly as a level-headed, down-to-earth and approachable leader. The historic custom camouflage featured in the video reproduces the paintwork on Tuck's Spitfire. It was created by LNSC 492 and is available as a download from a link on the original article page, which can be found in the description box below. Tuck's Gladiator is also available in War Thunder as a Level 1 premium aircraft. Right, well, thanks for listening to the first of many fighter race profiles, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked it, then please hit the like button, and if you'd like to keep up with new videos, the best way is to subscribe to the channel. Okay, cheerio chaps, and hope to see you next time. Bye bye.